This heat's unbearable. Huh? Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board
It's always fucking freezing in the bays.
Travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till Junlei gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be... If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys. I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time? The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's... They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade. Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. That's not for me to say, but if you're feeling the... There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
Hot enough for you?
anything large tonight, ma'am?
Just got done with a real sweet haul. Heft to Fairfield. Loads of metals and rare earths for the T&L factory.
What's a rare earth?
Hell if I know, but it's rare, so it's gotta be expensive, yeah? Made a good pile of bits on it.
Planning to blow it all here?
I'll be just a moment.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero... Oh, and it's not the best. A lot of slogans to keep track. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a spacer's choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and... So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our consumer care... Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a spacer's choice. I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price. You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of... Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only... Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space cat. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be... Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life. It's fine. I should be strong. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in... Anything and everything. Whatever you want. We got it. And when you need a replacement, we... Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new. Huh? Oh, sorry. Got the line wrong. Okay, you could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable rate. Well, this is just the beginning of a long... Have a look.
favorite scent. Subtle. Feel it.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know. I got a full line of... Why, it gets you the...
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's...
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo mag. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the original... A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIE... Ooh, someone has got to talk with Chief...
What the hell's going on? We were in a holding pattern for 2 days.
Chief didn't have enough hands to coordinate talking. Something about the radiators being busted. I don't know, it's not my problem, right?
looking to shoot.
Gonna head to PEREZ for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
Are you listening to me? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Something I can... Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. We don't have the ability to Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
I'm sorry. See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me... Let me get one thing straight. Jesse, as for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not... Be my guest, if you know something I don't about dealing with... Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work. Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck...
What's... If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. Requests... She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten him... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start. You look out, though. A place of... Keep hanging around. What can I do? You have...
Does Dr. Mfuru ever take a day off?
You're keeping your uniform clean?
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to...
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a... Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Thanks for helping me with the or I guess I should say...
Hey, I saw... What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
Any word on...
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
This place has a smell, right? It's not just me.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? How about I... stay up top. You know, keep watch, okay?
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the rental company.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your...
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight, but I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor.
interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Softball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question.
Move along.
Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch. I'd probably get my face eaten off.
You ever hard up for work? Try sublight salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
Hot day, isn't it?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular... Full of life.
Bless my heart. A strange... You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself like... Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle. You'll find her fretting in it. Yeah. Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret... The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old... I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Hey!
All right, I'm on the move. Sure.
Hey, I saw... What do you think you're doing?
Get ready.
You're not...
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junling's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back! I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardets would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail. Move along. Huh?
The last day of this posting can't...
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex. Has something happened to my favorite scruff? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Tell me. No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting... There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go... Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else? It's personal business. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well... it's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in... How do you do? Huh. Hey.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew...
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. I am extremely anguished, Captain.
I doubt Mr. Bedford's ever felt real pain. We could introduce him to the sort of suffering that actually constitutes extreme anguish.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Vicar. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what constitutes... Unless you can offer some other... That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but...
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to... I quite concur. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss... Now, is there...
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than one. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled, but we can say I'm repaying the favor. She helped me win a bet. No such thing as a low-stakes bet in my... We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. That's what I thought. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. Moral is, mantisaurs can't run when they're full of holes. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those... You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play fa... Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie.
What seems to take care?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend?
How do you do? Huh. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints.
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no. Best to be clear, I believe. Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. They're here to keep the peace. Indeed. What is the saying? The two most common elements in the universe are hydrogen and stupidity. Someone must stand for reason and order. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good love. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained.
Does that dome look safe to you? What? What? No. What do you think you're...
Here they come!
Don't let go!
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorists.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your This unit is programmed to simulate shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been. Shock simulation restore how did shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispense. May this unit dispense proteins. Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Air costs money. You don't pay your docking fees, your ship gets seized. I've seen it happen.
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's...
I was just thinking. I haven't got much experience working with...
Junlei is...
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can...
Wow, great! I'll do that then.
Not a problem. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheat. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester. Only the board has access to new parts, and they want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts... The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned, and a haven for... I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense. Nice and pragmatic. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Fatalism has got no home on Groundbreaker. We aim to weather the storm. Between us captains, I try to avoid sounding as bleak as you. Even if I'm feeling down, those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we... Good.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? Story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast. This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement.
If you
for the
came to
following
report the
story.
Atmo leak on 6, no. We'll be there when we can.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of known terrorists beneath ground. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
CNG pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull. Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked aerodynamics. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape. Welcome!
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh grab. They're terrified to lock in the juices. How about... You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terror-fry them in their own juices. Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademark. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike. Terror frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret, a mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry. Just
You seem down.
Board patrol nicked a friend of mine.
CNC Force Pockets. Can be macro-age in 2.5 seconds. Force Pockets. CNC Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one.
So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confession.
Where are we headed? Well, I didn't expect her. What? No. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools and a little... I just met her. How could I be? Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker is just...
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this, right? Time to feed the flame.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too...
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room... Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be...
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice. We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells. Making this broken... You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing... Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in. Listen to the fire of those convictions. Alive or dead. My flame? Shit. Little Flick here got me started on the pyro.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra.
You call your lighter little?
I'll miss my baby pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs... Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back, and she wanted... Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded, and my baby got sold to... That's bureaucracy. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank. You can...
Not a beat from me.
You get that automatic patch? Fred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
My birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
Fantastic, we got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Live free, die free. Nothing else matters.
Back bays are all the home we have. And the only home.
It's so cozy.
Your aura is like a ball caught in a black hole.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. It may not sound like much, but take my... I'll get back to my post.
What the?
Someone's coming.
What do you think you're doing? I'm gonna pretend I never saw you. What was that?
Company.
What do you think you're doing? You're free to go. Something go. Yes, it was nothing.
jumping at shadows here.
Captain, look out!
Over there?
Nice. Here they come! Easy does it.
Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
It takes crazy to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos. Crazy cosmos. Ah, God, so
get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Your ass is a priceless McRed.
We got another complaint. People don't like worms in their shrooms.
Aw, they're just tilling the soil. Besides, they're my friends.
Find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line.
Hey, I saw... What do you think you're doing? Best make yourself scarce now.
You've returned, and in one piece. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. I like to think of myself as the... Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or doc...
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting... You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stem that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You've got my attention. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. We were salvaging parts. If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy keeping this.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei.
I'm just.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. To air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing skins. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating how...
Are we...
Controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiation.
With us.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past. If you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Processing. Security.
Captain, look out!
Their death, our survival. Understood. I'll keep my head down. You've got trouble!
Target lost.
Target. System winning. Oh.
Back to the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pump.
Nice hit! Well done. We are victorious. I could spend hours. So,
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks. all I'm saying is, our lives are predestined upon a path that is only visible in retrospect. If I could have predicted my life path would lead to prison, and thus avoided it, wouldn't I have done so? And even if I had, it still would have been unavoidable. Like that time I warned you about the giant pile of Raptidon shit, and you stepped
in it anyway. You see?
This is Halcyon News. Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful rats. Full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapon. You've been listening to Halcyon News.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Concerned citizens often ask why there aren't enough new faces in the Halcyon colony. We all want new neighbors from time to time. Our studies have shown that a controlled population contributes to consumer happiness. Fewer colonists means there's more paradise for the rest of us to enjoy. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast. This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's...
TNT Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans is the only one. Rizzo's Mock Apple Cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Tossball scores.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of Northern terrorist Phineas Bell. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Still betting on the tossball series? I know you were trying to stop.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Being me, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is. Rizzo's Purple Bear Sketch. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
When might we expect you?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any
Following that
sightings to your
series?
local
The Hunt for
board
the Wimbro? The pirate.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering, said I should let you buy medical supplies from our stores. Now, is there something... a better select...
Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge. Soft, sour, candy shell,
Better than usual around here. Chief wants to reduce board traffic.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch.
You've been flying the outer system. The outer system's route lately. Better than a space matador out there.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge. A soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck Chew it. You can do it. CNP Borsworth. It's not the worst.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1?
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't use it. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. CNP Borst Pocket.
Been following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbro?
Borst Pocket.
The pirate shit? I'll have to wait.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to the local board embassy. CNP chicken and potatoes. At CNP, we know our CNP. can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
You shipping out again soon?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sighting. Your local board embassy. CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, no mixing. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. CNP force pockets can be macrowaved with 2.5 seconds.
The news packet had the toss ball scores from the Connors.
You still betting on the toss ball series? I know you were trying.
CNP force worst. It's not the worst unless it's worst worst. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast. CNP, I can't believe it's not here. It's unbelievable how good it is. Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Triple Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your
What's
local
going on with you
board.
lately? You seem down.
CNP board report. It's not the worst unless it's worse. Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here. Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board and...
When might we expect you out here again? Canned Surfish is already sent out again.
CNT Force Pocket. Can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Force Pocket. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board and... Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
You following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Didn't the board rep's office used to be in the docking bays?
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one. Have you seen this man? Report offered for information needed to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Rizzo's Mock Apple... Cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Chupacabra Flakes, and Purple Berry Flavored Sour Mix. Now with 1%. Rizzo's Lemon Smash. Slap your whole family.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
I have to say, Miss Autumn, you are surprisingly adept in combative situations.
Why do I suspect you're about to make fun?
You are quite handy with that hammer.
I like to hit things that annoy me.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
It's just me.
Hey, ain't seen you much lately. Got a haul coming up?
Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of women terrorists beneath ground. Report any sightings to local authorities. Rizzo's mock apple cider.
When might we expect you out here again?
toast, triple berry fudge, salt sour, candy shell,
The board rep's office used to be in the docking bays.
Still betting on the tossball series? I know you were trying to stop.
Put a couple of bits in Vera's pool.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information needed to the capture of wanted terrorists in his wells. Report any sightings to the local board and
The news packet had the tossball scores from the Connors. What about the rail gliding championship?
CNT beer maple syrup. It's beer that's complete breakfast.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
We know our CNT. CNT worst. It's not the worst unless it's worst. CNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded that way.
You've been playing the outer system.
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run,
look rough.
Borsted Baked
What happened
Beans
out there?
is the only one.
Got hit en route. Pirated us at mid-flight.
Oh, fuck. What'd you do?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information needed to the capture of wanted terrorists in his wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. CNP Borst Pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Borst Pockets. CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of women terrorists in Israel. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. CNP Borston Baked
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
Borston Baked Beans is the only one.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute.
CNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of women terrorists in Israel. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
The pirate ship? I don't go in for docu-series.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast. CNP